Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading for November 2018. Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising. Those intuitively guided. I could say you have Pisces in different signs. I just think you guys all know, like, when I think the subscribers know, starting to feel like, even if it's a different sign, but you're being pulled to it, and then you find a message, um, receive an epiphany, something that's trusting your intuition. And that's exactly how I would love just to do all my readings. Though I understand it's, having a point of focus, let's say. Anyway, so yeah, just trust yourself. I do have some noise outside my window. If somebody, sounds like they're like blowing leaves. And if it does distract me, I may stop and then pick it back up. We'll see. It's not really distracting me. I just hope it's not coming across. Okay, I just feel like getting into your reading. So we just went through the 11, 11, the 11. In my eyes, the gates are open. The gates are open. I've been noticing a lot of changes within myself. I know I just said let's get into your reading, but this just came to mind like I should tell you. A lot of different changes with myself. And I feel like some of you are going through it, Pisces in particular, or those watching. And one of the things is I find myself, now I know some people are going to call me crazy, and this is not in any way feel like that, is that, but like in conversation with myself. But here's the difference. I've always talked to myself, who doesn't, right? But here's the difference now, is if I'm watching a show, or especially when I'm working with the tarot cards and I'm shuffling, I get messages from myself all the time. And as soon as they fall down, you know, me, Sandy on Earth, um, the brain, let's say, looks at the card and of course thinks a certain thing, but then I'll have a question. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if it could be this, and the answer comes to me immediately, and it comes through my own voice. Yet I totally know it's a fact. What comes to me is a real answer. So I know I'm connecting with my higher self. And I also know this because there's no, I'm not questioning it. I just know it. You know, I know it's just not my imagination creating things in my head. Um, I'm opening up more and more and more, becoming more empathic, both good and bad. Um, but I feel like a lot of you are going through this, especially with the conversations in your head. And, it's not even like you're asking yourself a question. You're just thinking it like, I wonder this. And then bam, the answer's there. And, another way is to tell is the answers are just doesn't seem like an answer that was ever stored in my brain, so to speak, from this lifetime's knowledge. I don't know. I won't go on about that, but you guys you have to let me know if you're experiencing that. And I'm not explaining it great, but I do feel like you are. Okay, so we're going to start your reading. We're going to start with this deck, which, of course, I forgot to look up the name again. But they are major arcanas. Okay, just major arcanas. And we're using them this month to, it's weird how I said we, like, it's not just me. Okay. We're using them to really pinpoint the overall energy or any major messages, energy, that type of thing. And they've been spot on. I hope I don't talk too much in your reading. I feel like some of, and I always feel like with certain readings, Pisces, because you guys love to talk, you're great. You're great at having conversations, pulling people in, and so I think I take on that character, that trait, when I do your reading. Okay. Okay. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Well, we're going to finish this, and then we'll do the bowl. Okay, those are ready. All right, I'm going to go ahead and use the Tibetan symbol. It's our symbol. It's our guides that we're ready to begin. I know they're already ready. I feel like I got to get going. So we're just going to take a second. We're going to calm our minds. I just want to answer one question somebody had where they thought that I purposely stopped this tone, the vibration. I don't. The computer, or my laptop, the microphone in it doesn't pick up. I don't know. It doesn't pick it up at a certain range. Okay. I feel chatty. And let's begin. Beautiful. Okay, let's find out the energy. Put my feet on the ground. Pisces. November 2018. Pisces means intuitive guided. Pisces guided. Overall energy. What do we need to know? What kind of energy are we going to be required to take on? Well, I feel like somewhere in your reading we're gonna be talking about you manifesting quickly. Oh, geez. We have the Devil, card of Capricorn. This can talk about our shadow side. This is for us. It can represent a Capricorn, but that would be like a side note. This is the energy, so this tells me that, there may be seeing the shadow. You know, Pisces, I have to say, normally it is so quiet around here, and like I'm hearing noises all over the place, and it feels like they're meant to try to distract me. I'm not letting them, though I'm aware of them, as in I know they're there. This is going to be a strange reading, I can tell. Um, I feel like this is about distractions coming your way, not to let them get in your way. You know, you can look at it as a test, but it's not. Um, Growth, yeah. You know, I'm reminded we just went through again the 11, 11, 11, and the gate is open. And that's probably why you're manifesting quickly, connecting to the higher self, right? Which I kind of like. It's almost like the higher self is, I don't know, I have this image of like, to be honest, it looks like milk just coming down poured from a cup and then coming down. You know, I feel like this guy claims to be the devil, but he's not. I feel like he's wearing a mask. I feel like though he shows himself this way. Now, I don't know if this is meaning that some of you, us, are representing ourselves in that way towards someone, because I feel like to change his energy, I merely have to take off this mask. And I feel like if you resonate with this message, there does feel to be like a little urgency, only in the fact I feel like, if I continue to do what I'm doing, so I don't know if I'm being just mean to someone, or I'm sending hate instead of love. And we all do that to a point until we evolve and we learn that sending love is what healed you. Anyway, you know, it could be that this is happening to you, but I have to tell you, I feel like this is for us, about us. Anyway, I just feel like it's just a heads up that somehow this action is going to turn around and come back to bite you, whether that be in the form of continued sadness, madness, anger. But it feels like there's the ability and maybe now with the gate open, like to let it go. And I do feel like the letting go process feels much easier, almost to the point of, and I don't mean like, okay, I no longer care, and look, I do, but I'm going to say that I don't, but I do. This is more of a, you know what, I'm fine right where I'm at, who I am, doing fine for myself and others. That if this certain energy never enters I don't know. How do I want to say this? It's like a changing of the guard and changing from the angry guard to the loving guard. Like I literally see like two guards in London, and it's a changing of the post. You know, maybe these are the angry ones, and they're going to be replaced by the lighter ones who are able to let go. And I'm not going to say you're never going to think about it, but it's different. The pain doesn't seem to be attached to it. That's probably it. Okay, wow. Okay, we're going to start with the Universal Tarot. They're going to be first out today. As I was shuffling them, they were just throwing out message after message after message. So they won first place. They won the front spot. It's like when I'm doing a reading and I can be looking at something or hearing something, and to my regular logical mind, it's like it doesn't really add up or make sense. But then there's something within me that says it doesn't matter. It all will make sense. Like it all makes sense. And you guys help me with that. You clarify in the comments. I'm doing way too much talking. Okay, guys. Let's just go ahead and get into this reading. Let's use our logical mind, our common sense. Let's release the outcome. Go with the flow. Look at this reading as if you're looking at it from above. So release emotions, the attachment to it. You're looking at it from above. This is how you get clarity. Okay? Let's see what's going on. What is going on? It is 4:30 exactly, at 4:30 p.m. Northern Standard Time. And it is the 12th of November. November 12th. I don't know why, but I feel like today is the day to rejoice and give thanks. Even though here in the States, Veterans Day was yesterday, and thank you to everyone's service. Thank you so much. But I feel like today it's, for some reason, a day to rejoice and give thanks. Okay. What is going on? Pisces. There's a chicky guy. November. Oh, how beautiful. I have chills all over my body, and I feel like it's so weird because I have a cold breeze on me right now too. There's no reason why I would, I mean, I am by a window, but it's closed. Well, I have the Emperor, card of Aries, card of wisdom, someone we can look up to and trust. I always feel the Emperor has a walk the walk, and talks the talk. He is usually older than us, but I feel it's more, well, I feel like the Emperor is ageless because I feel like there's like a certain power, um, not a power over the people, but for the people. I don't know, but I feel like this same energy could be found in a toddler, probably a very old soul. Okay, well, we'll find out more about him. Well, there's your rejoice. Give thanks, your Ace of Cups, and rejoice. So the Emperor sits in between the Three Cups and the Ace of Cups. So he's part of this in some way. Could be a father figure too. Look at this. We have the Hierophant, card of Taurus. You know, have a lot of wisdom on the table right now. I feel like the Hierophant's job here on Earth and even spiritually is to help bring you to the kingdom of heaven, whatever that should be for you, to give you the keys to get into heaven, to get in and look at it any way you want. Go into, the eighth and ninth dimension, 12th dimension. But he's here as your guide, and that's his job. Now, it could be physically, it could be a priest, pastor, um, spiritual teacher, but their purpose on earth here, the reason why they were chosen to come at this time, and they could be part of the 144,000 that are talked about who are being now awakened, probably starting yesterday, today, maybe today, and you may be a part of that. Light workers being awakened. And I know many of you have been on this path, like you're discovering it more and more and more. And it seems like the more you're able to let go of like the expectations of it, um, you're able to feel that things are changing, things are different, and you're finding within yourself that you have this ability now to forgive or shut doors like you never did before. And I do feel because of 1111, the things, prior issues were brought to the surface. I won't be surprised if like the Ten of Swords or Ten of Wands comes out. or an energy like that, because things were brought to the surface, and it was like a final purge, or given it, it is giving you the ability for that final purge, but this final purge is different. I can say I forgive someone, but then I think about something they did again and I get mad again. This is different. This is what I'm letting go of. I'm letting go of it. I feel like some of it is things within ourselves. Sorry. Make sure this is off. I have a hard time shutting my phone off because I told a friend that who just isn't doing well, that if they needed to contact me at any time, um, I would be there. So now I don't want to shut my phone off. But I feel fine. I feel protected to go ahead and shut the ringer off. Anyway, hmm. Some of you may be taking on this Emperor energy, almost like Pisces energy pushing into Aries. I don't know if there's anything actually moving, planetary wise. I have no clue. But that's kind of what I feel like, Pisces energy moving into Aries, um, penetrating that energy, and therefore taking it on. You're not replacing, you're adding. That's I love how you got just the right amount of cards. I have the Knight of Swords, and I have the Queen of Swords. I don't know why, but I feel like your reading is going backwards, because I feel like at right this moment, I feel like this Queen of Swords is who's talking right now, and she's talking about sending. She sent word back, some type of word back, um, some type of communication back, and I feel like that she's proclaiming her love. I mean, how could she not be? So, but I feel like I'm working backwards for some reason. Um, and I don't know if that means there's things that the queen has to finish, but I don't know. I mean, well, I have to be honest. I feel like, especially in this deck, I always feel like the Queen of Swords has just finished something, just put an end to something. Like I'm good, no more, I have clarity. Um, you know, Lies can't penetrate me anymore. There's something within this queen that she finds, right? But something that she needed to deal with up until that point. And boy, Pisces is probably you, because you will take on a lot. You will give a lot. And I know people are writing, not my Pisces. um, so I do feel like something ended. Doesn't necessarily have to be another relationship. Again, it may be within yourself, but I feel like you're sending news back. You're sending communication back to someone. And listen, with the Ace of Cups here, and just the wisdom and the power that your message has to cross through, um, it's going to reach, it's going to reach who it's going to. So, and I also feel like I have the Emperor here, and I feel like, okay, I'm sure I'm going to pick up more energy, but right this moment, I feel like this Aries, uh, you know what? The Queen of Swords may be with him because I feel like this Emperor is trying to stop some type of well, so the Queen is trying to get communication to someone, and the Emperor is trying to stop it. Are they tied together? I believe so, especially I'm seeing the Three of Cups here, like three people, and I barely read that energy, the Three of Cups in that way, but um, this is all based on love, and it's also based on, again, wearing a false mask. And maybe that's what the Queen here is saying, like, I've worn it long enough, I've been angry long enough. There's this Knight of Swords is moving kind of fiercely through her, so probably prior anger, um, even recognition, like I said, of whatever that means to you. Hmm. I feel like the Hierophant is just like, for some reason, feels in between here. Like, ah, I don't know. I have this and I have this. And this could be a married couple, like the Hierophant going like, well, I stand for marriage. Yet, on the other side of that, something within the Queen of Swords is going on where the Hierophant's saying, I don't stand for some type of action. So conflicted. And it's crazy when you have the Hierophant conflicted. I wonder if the Hierophant's standing for a judge for some of you, because I feel like this Hierophant is waiting for his own truth to come in, independent of everyone else's energy. The facts. Oh, wow. I feel like what's part of what's going on here, and you may not like that, is, well, I don't know. I just feel like the Queen of Swords is done, and her eyes are closed. Most queens are looking right at you, and I feel that's because there is someone else on her mind. And I do feel like someone's trying to get communication. Could be telepathically. Um, and I have to say, I do feel like the connection and this Queen of Swords can be male or female, okay? Um, and the Queen of Swords could show up to represent, because to me, one of the things that makes me feel like within this deck is like this Queen of Swords has had it, okay? Um, Not always. I do feel like Spirit is trying to restore peace within this situation. So maybe it's happened, and because I feel like peace is trying to be restored. I guess you're going to accept it or you're not. I don't know why I'm getting fidgety now. All right. All right, we're going to use crystal vision. We're going to break this down. I don't know why. I just feel like this Queen of Swords even getting truth to the Hierophant. So, the Hierophant can stand for a few different things, but I often feel it is a man or woman of faith. Did the card just flip? Guess not. I felt like a card are. So, I mean, we have March, April, and May here. Though, in particular, I feel like March and May. Wait a minute. April, May may be significant to someone. I just had that. I just had May for someone. May and July. Yeah, I have May here. Wow, whose reading did I just do? Aries? Aries. Aries, wow. Some of you, I just think if you are attached to an Aries, or maybe you have questions about an Aries, maybe you are Aries, I don't know. I feel like some of you, check out Aries. Even Taurus. So, I hate to ask you to watch a reading when they're so long, but maybe see which one, if you feel pulled to one. Look at the time on it or the title, see if anything pulls you in. And you certainly don't have to. Okay, let's break this down. Let's start at the Ace of Cups. Now, I know this Ace of Cups is a joyful event. I know that. I guess it doesn't have to be for everyone, but right this moment, I'm definitely feeling that it's a joyful event. The Hierophant sitting underneath it, it certainly feels like a, I don't know, or anyone's like getting married to your boss? Or engaged to your boss? I have to be honest though, I also feel like this Hierophant is faith, is the faith that you have had. Um, you may have recognized that the keys to the kingdom weren't in the direction you thought, whatever that means to you. Like you did at About Halt, somebody steered you down the wrong path, and you recognized it, and you did turn around. You could certainly have been like heading towards the dark again, and but there was recognition of it. It's almost like this Ace of Cups now combating the devil energy, the dark, I should say. Because the blessing is coming directly down from source. So whatever is going on here is meant to go on. Um, it doesn't mean that it can't change. That's completely up to you. Again, you could, like down here, you could decide to go left instead of right. But the good news is you will feel this, or you're feeling it, and this could be the gates opening up too, right? So you're feeling this strength and this love, and, like people just, how people can get on your nerves. You just don't get on your nerves anymore. And I feel like for some of you, you're recognizing, you're just recognizing yourself. You may be changing your life. You know what I mean? And if you are, it's like, I'm changing my own life. I'm changing myself and my happiness. But listen, you're not just talking about it, you're doing it, and it looks success. I mean, meant to be. Hello, hello, sister, hello, brother. Where have you been? Right? It's what it is. It's like your soul sisters and brothers waiting, and you arriving. Hello. For some of you, that may be exactly what's going on. So you're attracting more of your true soul family. And when I'm saying your true soul family, I feel like within this energy, there's no jealousy, there's no competition, there's nothing. There's only love, love for one another, just love. And you're connecting them. You know, Listen, it's like all coming to me, um, with this queen, putting an end to, and I do feel like some type of dark force, whatever that is. I feel like, you may be turning even more to source, and it's being heard. And I feel like we have a beautiful mix of faith and spirituality here. But yeah, don't be surprised if you're attracting, if you're in, say you've gotten past the heavier energy, you are wakening up, lightening up, what have you. Don't be surprised as more and more beautiful soul family members make their way to you. You make your way to them. You're just at the right place at the right time, bottom line. And they will only bring more joy into your life. Okay. Boy, I never got a card yet. So I have the Five of Wands. And I feel like, am I trying to beat someone at their own game? And getting no results. If they want to be like that, then I'll be like that. Oh, but nothing comes out of it. Well, yeah, anger. More and more stored anger, resentment. You may need to look at this because I feel like if you look at this, then you can clear it. Whether this means someone you're going to be with or something you're letting go of, it's the clearing that is life changing. So, yeah, trying to beat someone at their own game, almost like a narcissist, I guess. I say that lightly, but I do feel like, I do feel as a person, and I feel like they're good at what they do. Like they are good with their sarcasm, and no wonder I'm sitting here rubbing my throat right now. Almost like I'm protecting it. But yeah, they are, and my hand wants to go right back to it. Maybe I should just do it. Very sarcastic, but they claim that's their humor. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of how we tell little girls that when little boys punch them in the arm in the playground, it's because that little boy thinks she's cute, right? And as they turn teenagers, same thing, like, well, he's breaking your heart because he loves you, because he wants to be with you, or whatever, you know? So it starts way back then. All right, I gotta close that out. I just lost track. Anyway, I have the wheel here, and the wheel is expansion, and the wheel is on the Ace of Cups. So, your heart's expanding, love is expanding. And again, for some of you, meeting these soul family members, um, if you're someone who has become kind of reclusive, you can have people reaching out in some way. Try, even if you just allow one in, whether it be a girlfriend, a guy friend, like let start slowly, because I do feel like someone's like very reclusive and be like, hmm, I don't like that people are going to be entering my life. Well, I promise you that it's transforming. Okay. I do feel like it's been a while since this wheel has turned. It's like it's been stuck. And I'm getting the silliest image of like my dryer breaking down and calling the repairman, but then having to wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. And I need that dryer, but I gotta wait and wait. You know what I mean? I don't know. Look at that, I have the Three of Cups again. Three it's an exciting number. It is the beginning of something, right? But it is an optimistic energy. And it's almost like two different energy. Well, it is two different energies. And Pisces, for some of you, I feel like you're around a lot of toxic people. And please excuse me, but I feel like for some of you, this is where some dark energy is coming from, because you're almost absorbing into these people. Good news is, all you need to do is recognize it, and the light will seep in, but you got to recognize it. Okay. And I feel like for some of you, I do feel like you were, excuse me, move my leg. I like want a cigarette really bad right now. And I have never had a cigarette doing a reading. The only time I have, I held it and never even realized that I never took a hit. It was you guys who told me, it's like, Sandy, you never took a hit of that cigarette. I knew then I was holding it because it was a message, but man, um, see, well, it is the willpower to continue forward anyway. And I do feel like some of you, again, in competition for something, whether that be for a job, something you want dearly, but there does seem to be a little bit of competition around it. But I feel it's yours. I definitely feel like that this wheel is signifying that, you have the winning spin. So no matter what, there's celebration, and we got to remember the beginning of the reading. Of course, it'll come to me. Anyway, so there is celebration, and there is celebration over something that you're gonna love, someone you love, something that is attached to you, and that can be in a project, especially the emperor. The emperor right here. This could certainly be within your career. If you're going for something, if you're in competition, and listen, I feel that message double. And you may be waiting to hear news of that right now. Definitely for some of you. Okay, let's look at the Emperor. And I feel like with this reading, I'm just keeping everything in mind. So every storyline that has been talked about is still here, can just pop up. Look more at the Emperor. So it's funny because, much like the reading where I have to look at the shadow, right, to overcome it, but the light is here. The light is now available tenfold. I just need to take advantage of it. And, and in one scenario, I don't know why I'm retelling you. I'm not going to. Bottom line is, I was feeling the Emperor has a little of both. So good news for some, just an X for others. Okay. For some of you, this could certainly be your dad, especially if your dad is elderly. And I mean, like, I mean, because I feel like a little fragile. I shouldn't say, well, fragile. And I feel like that's more because of age than anything else. Or if this father is passed over, then he was he was elderly when he passed over. Because I'm also remembering this cup, this Ace of Cups, is originating from source, right? And when I say source, to me that's everything. It's our beautiful family members who have gone before us, the archangels, ascended masters. It's the soul family. I do feel for some of you that this opportunity that feels like it's coming your way. Um, I do feel like you put some effort into it, and I do feel like you have experience. But you're about moving forward now. You know what I mean? Um, this can certainly be a new project with somehow this emperor, whether this is a financer of it or someone opening up this opportunity. And I'm getting that image of you being like really forward thinking and being recognized about that. All right. Anything else here? I just feel like, so I feel like the offer is going to come. And I do feel like for a few of you, there's a work opportunity that comes. And I feel like you have an opportunity now. Not all of you. Some of you, this is just great news, and you're taking it, bam. But I feel like there's just a few of you where there's room for negotiation. And how you going to know is I feel like they're going to offer you a position, right, or whatever this is. And it does include an increase in your finances, but for what you'll be asked to do, the pay or the benefit packet doesn't seem to fit. And you know this. You'll know this. You'll be like, ugh. I feel like, you know what? Take time to think it over if you have that luxury. I know not all of you will because there may be 10 people waiting. However, don't think that doesn't mean you can't negotiate. They want you. And for some of you, it is due to your forward way of thinking. Just ask your worth. That's all. Ask for what you feel you're worth because you're worth it. Okay, you're worth it. Okay, I feel like that was the message there. Great news. Just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask for what you're worth. Okay. All right. I want to look at the Three of Cups. Three of Cups. We have the Two of Pentacles. Wow. So you do have something coming in. You have something coming in that you need to make a decision about, that's dealing with your 3D world, your material world. I often feel it's coming in at, what may not feel like the best time, or, Two Pentacles is a card about juggling. But I don't feel, I feel like it's a yes card. But can I juggle it all? Can I fit it all in? Yeah, it would have been better if it come a couple months later, but it didn't. It's here, and I don't know. You can do it. It's feeling like you can't, but you can, and knowing that. Okay, let's take another one. You know, I'm seeing a lot of dancing. In your cards, like dancing. So I don't know what that means. But like joyfully dancing and having fun with it, but particularly dancing. Ballerina, maybe you're going to the ballet. You're going to a sock hop, or something with memories there. I have the moon. There's your card. Number one, that tells me that this decision, this is your decision. So something's coming to you, and then you have to make that final decision. And coming on the Two of Pentacles, I can't see everything. Like my decision, all the parts of it are in front of me. So this means that I'm going to have to trust my intuition here. I would be best off to trust my intuition. What needs to be revealed will be revealed when it needs to be revealed. And this may be a little bit of a test to see if you trust your intuition. I don't feel like something's taken away. I feel like I can trust my intuition, or I feel like you may have like a couple days of belly aches, or kind of like stress related issues. Yeah, it does kind of feel like a mini little lesson, but it's just like a couple days. So I can trust my intuition, or it would best serve me to. And it's funny because with this moon, even though this can talk about a card of illusion, feels too good to be true, maybe. But what I notice in here is there is a balance within it, though. So it's, today I'm kind of feeling like the moon is talking about there is a balance. Look at that, the Nine of Cups. Wow. So, Pisces, this is a chance to do something that you dreamt of. That, and for some of you, you worked hard towards. Let's put it this way, this can be a person or this can be a situation. This is just about, and I feel like when you get to the Nine of Cups, by the time you get to the Nine of Cups, you are balanced, right? You're pretty balanced and you're pretty happy with yourself. Um, I feel like you've created a lot, you've understood a lot. It's almost like you're becoming the emperor or the empress. But I love how the energy's coming up. So I have the Nine of Cups. Do I follow my dream or do I stay with what I've been doing? That's how it feels. Sorry about that. Do I follow my dream or do I stay with what I just know? Hey, it's worked for me, but How do I wake up in the morning? How do I feel? Am I feeling like this or am I feeling like this? Ready to go. It's all right to feel a little selfish. Um, I feel like Nine of Cups is about inner happiness, realizing that someone else is not going to complete me, someone else doesn't supply my happiness. They can supply me that outlet, but it all starts within me. And again, I'm being reminded 11, 11, 11, gate being opened, awakenings, and for some, just how I started to reading the 144,000 being awakened um, for purpose. That includes everything. Purpose is love. That's the purpose. And it may be part of the purpose is you got to start following your own dreams to provide that happiness within. Or this energy is perhaps providing it, making it much easier to reach that. Okay, let's go down to Hierophant. And again, for some of you, this is the job, and for some of you, this is talking about love. I feel like for all of us, it's asking us to, take off those masks and let go of what we can let go of, but letting go of a way, like just understanding that this time when you let go, you're able to let go. Now, that doesn't mean something will never return to you. It's just that I'm no longer holding my life still. I'm no longer thinking that the only way something can work out is if I don't move. If I don't move, I just won't move. Eventually, it's going to find me. Well, you don't need to do that. It's through your forward movement and their forward movement, whichever direction it takes. If it's meant to be and you have the wheel on this Ace of Cups, it will be. You pass or cross. Because this is opening up so you can live your life of your dreams. And I imagine that includes the people. Okay, so we're at the Hierophant. We have the Eight of Cups, and I have the Hermit. Card of Virgo. So we have two Earth cards, both major arcanas. And the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is about wanting more. She's heading to the Nine of Cups. We know she reaches it. But look what it's attached to. Look what she needed to look at, the time period she needed to go through before she actually makes that move. We know she makes the move. Hermit is about spirituality. The Hermit is learning who you are on a soul level. This is a seeking path. I'm seeking. I want to learn. I want to know who I am. I want to know my higher self. I want to have more clarity in life. I want to trust my intuition. I want all of that. So I just need to look at what stopped that and what stopped that. People's opinions. Sometimes ourselves. You are definitely seeking higher knowledge. That's no doubt. You're seeking the higher wisdom and you're evolving. That's no doubt because there's just, again, so much wisdom on the table. And even by association, you can't help pick up their wisdom. So you're definitely following your intuition here. You're moving away from a period again where, your emotions have probably been up and down and all around, unstable. You didn't feel stable. And we can say then you put the work in. You put the internal work in, but I feel like you were almost pulled to that, you know, because as through your travels, as you're trying to figure out life, right, to get the energy then to move forward into the Nine of Cups, self fulfillment, right? I had to look at what was behind me so I could move forward. So this journey was through the Hermit, spiritual knowledge, higher learning. I remember you emerge as the teacher when you are leaving the Hermit. I should put it this way. Like you then become the Hermit, the wise one. You now shine your beacon of light going forward. So it was important because would you have gone this direction if prior things didn't happen in your life? And for some of it, it was merely pulling out that dark in you so you could face it. I know this energy, guys. So it could be faced, so it could be overcome, not just for a little while, for eternity. That's what you want to keep in mind. This is for eternity. Sometimes you can look at it, this sounds a little extreme, but you can look at it like I'm protecting future lives here by not totally fucking up this one, by not being so scared. Um, and understand the knowledge that I'm gaining in this lifetime is added to this collective wisdom. So I'm talking to myself too, like letting fear have really no part or past. Let's put it that way. Past fears no longer affecting you today, though I feel like naturally they're gonna drop away. Okay, let's go into the Knight of Swords. I know some of you are gonna write me a message and say, "Oh my God, Sandy, you talk so much," and I'm probably gonna agree with you. I feel like I've been talking and talking, and I apologize. Well, I don't. Um, right? I can't apologize for that. It's just part of the reading. It's the energy I'm picking up. Okay, we're looking at the Knight of Swords, and I have the Seven of Swords, and I have the Ace of Cups again. You know, well, okay, I was going to say one thing, but the energy I'm picking up right now within this Seven of Swords is this is someone who has, I don't feel like this is you. I feel like this is someone else. This is probably relating to love. Um, and I do feel like, communication's coming in from them, or you're getting communication to them. I feel like you're talking about love. I feel like some of you were waiting for someone to catch up on their spiritual path to yours. And it's like they're a step behind. They're a step behind you. It's just the way it is. You know, so keep moving, okay? Because they'll catch up. But it does feel like they're one step behind. That's their journey though, okay? So they're they're discovering a love. Okay, so they're discovering a love, I feel, about you, but also for themselves. It's like they're going through the same type of experience as you. And we just got to allow it. Because what it feels like here, whose ever path is meant to come back together, it's just going to happen. Again, maybe it's got to do with this 1111. I know twin flame energy is coming together. I've felt it for what, since definitely May on. But I feel even like in February, we were starting to feel it and it was getting stronger and stronger. Wow. You know, um, because I do feel like two similar paths, just different scenarios, and you just got to let them go through their own healing, their own clarity, their own awakening, and you can send them positive light. Mm, You know, it just comes back to you. I don't know why I'm like, I don't know if I should say that. So maybe for some of you, this is somebody. I don't thought a card flipped. All right, let's keep moving along, but I'm going to leave these cards out for a minute. I'm being real with you when I say I feel like someone has a partner who is going through the same thing that you're going through, and it's expansion. Um, it is awakening, and there are. It's a process, and each needs to go through their own. Um, and don't take that personally. Don't take it as someone doesn't love you. Just I want to say be happy that you had them in your life and keep moving forward, and they'll find their way back. You'll find your way back. So some of you are reaching out. You are reaching out. You're getting communication to someone. Um, and you have two aces of cups. So no matter what, I feel like love turns out great. Look at that. I have the Four of Wands. You guys know how much I love this card. This is connection. Excuse me. This is connection to another and really feeling so deeply. Just kind of knowing that they're the right one, them knowing that you're the right one. This is where everything else falls away if we let it. So I want you to think about one thing. How did we get to this beautiful, sacred connection? Well, through the Two of Wands, taking a chance. Three of Wands, being optimistic, right? It can happen. It can happen. It'll happen when it's meant to happen. Not, damn it, universe, tired away and it's never going to happen. Forget, that type of energy. It'll come. I know my prince or my princess will come. And I know that. In some way they'll be revealed to me. But I do feel like, and I've never really read this card like this, but I do feel there's a certain urgency I need to put in here. Maybe it's because we have the card of the devil. But I feel like just like it took the Two of Wands, right? Take that step, take that chance, walk through the fear. The three, be optimistic about it. Um, you know, just go with the flow and enjoy the ride. Four, finding that connection coming back, whatever it is for you. But if we allow it to go into the five, then listen, and being the four that goes into the five, and I often read the five as twin flame energy. I don't know if any other readers do or not. It's just what I pick up. I don't name it that. It just automatically feels that way to me. Not always. But anyway, so this is telling me that if I do what I've always done and pretend that things have been dealt with and what have you, and then get back into this relationship, it's not, it'll all be great in the beginning, but the same issues will come up. And that will move me back into the Five of Wands. And there is no winner. There is no winner. So I feel like I have the opportunity here. And listen, I'm taking my own advice here. Take a chance. And it doesn't have to be taking a chance. Go forward. Um, this is all about going after your dreams, by the way. This is about your dreams being fulfilled. But you gotta let them. You gotta let them. So, I don't know. Get excited, optimistic. Let it happen. It'll happen. But, as you're waiting, hate to use the word waiting, might as well clean house in a way. Some of you already have, and I know that. Okay, but listen, this is coming on the Ace of Cups. I want you to understand that. It's a 4. So there needs to be stability, right? And it is about stability. And I feel like, when you come back together again, or whoever this is, just love. Like, just love. Love without restriction. I don't know. Could it be just to love with zero fear? I feel like you're being primed for that. Okay, keep going. Let's add in the Queen. So I feel like for some of you, who's Queen, you already know, because I feel like some of you, this is you going after, this is you deciding to maybe say yes to someone who you have said no before. I don't know. But I know for some of you, it's you actively doing this. Not everybody, though. Okay. Queen. I feel like at this point, you have a lot of experience. So, it becomes easier and easier to overcome challenges. We make it, look at that. I have the Ace of Swords. Beautiful. And I have the Seven of Cups. Well, first of all, this is you having a lot of different options. This is you being able to choose. It's going to be choosing spiritually. I mean, there you are on top of the dragon. It's like the rainbow children. You could becoming aware of who you are spiritually. Starseed. And I don't want to just go down that family, because there's many different beliefs, and to me, it doesn't matter. It's like you knowing who you are, whoever it is you are, but knowing who you really are. I do mean on a soul level. And I do mean, for some of you, knowing your purpose. And you're fine with that. You know, this is what you've been waiting for. And others who, again, who are going after someone, I feel like, just feel like you're ready. I'm going to take a couple more cards on this because I do feel like for some of you, it's like it's the 144. You know, you're a light worker, whether you know it or not, and feeling it, feeling it. God, look at that. Two of Cups. I have chills all over my body. And I want you to understand something. I read so much that it takes a lot for an energy to like really affect me like that. Um, it's things that I pay attention to now. So we have the Two of Cups. Yeah, learning who you truly are. Well, could we also be learning here who our true mate is? And we can put a title on as a twin flame or just say our beautiful love. Pisces, it is like it's being revealed. But it's like it was meant to be revealed now, not before, for whatever the reason. And why is it being revealed? Because you're asking, because you're seeking, but you're seeking it in a different way. Look at that, Nine of Pentacles. Wow. You know, that's an independent energy. Number one, independent, strong. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm good at what I do. I've overcome what I needed to overcome, and now I see the rewards of it. The Nine of Pentacles is success. It is successful self-employment. Hello. It is a beautiful omen of stability within oneself, within one's own little world. And it, you know, I feel like what it's saying to me is there were different challenges for different people, but nobody came here unchallenged. Everyone had their challenges to overcome, but what it's showing me is you mastering it. Almost like it was a classroom, you know? Well, it kind of is. It is. You have the beautiful peacock there, which is proud, right? I'm proud of who I am now. Good for you. And I don't know, Pisces, I just feel like some of you are finding out um, in one way or another who is, I don't want to say who's meant for you because it's really more about who do you want in a way. You know, there's not one person except for your twin, but it's not always meant for you at that time. But okay, I'm going on and on. I feel like I do. This is soulmate energy. I know that from earlier. Yes, it can be twin. Yes, it can be someone of this lifetime or someone of the past. Of course, it can be all of the above. And I do feel like um, the Rainbow Children, the 144, the gate opening. I told you guys about that dream I had months ago where I dreamt of babies like sitting on clouds up in heaven, sitting on clouds, all of them, like just sitting on the edge of the clouds, being little babies. But they could, like little baby, like, like they could hold their heads up, they could sit up. Anyway, and I was just looking up, admiring it, and all of a sudden, bam, they all jumped, all of them. And there was thousands of them through the skies. But they're all giggling and laughing. And I woke up and I had to try to figure that dream out. And I feel like it is another wave. And I said that back there, another wave of energy. Even light workers, but even yourselves. There's beautiful connection here, guys. We just want to remember how the reading opened up. It's the issue we need to look at. It doesn't have to be that deep, that dark. It is part of who you are. So it is best to get to know you. And that may be why I told you earlier about me having these conversations with myself. Like through that, I feel tremendous learning. And you guys know I smoke, so I mean, I have my own shadow side. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there. I feel like I've done enough talking. You know, beautiful love. It's almost like this is the seed of intention, right? This is the nurturing of it, maybe even spiritually. And this is the coming together. But success within yourself, over your past, and working towards your dreams. This is telling me success is yours. You have to put the work in, but it feels like many of you are on this path of doing what I love now, or you're working towards that. You're working towards the ability to be able to do that. Success. And this is all about you. Doesn't mean there can't be other people around you, husband, wife, kids, what have you. Absolutely. But this is tremendous growth within you. Look at this. I feel like we know that they're going to the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups because the connection shows up in one way or another. But, these two cards together are the attitude of I can do anything. There's nothing I can't do. Go ahead. Tell me I can't do something. Watch me. All right, guys. I'm going to leave it there. Um, it felt really special. It felt very spiritual. Like I don't feel like I'm sitting here alone doing your reading at all. Um, it did seem like there was a lot of messages, so it seems a little scattered. I apologize, but I just want the right ones to come out when they need to come out. And that's it. I'm going to stop talking. I love you guys. I feel like saying namaste. The month of November is like namaste. It's like in me. Thank you for everything, guys. Thank you for your love, your support, your donations, your comments, your compassion, being part of my soul family. Thank you. I love you guys so much. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.